Hey guys, Andarin27 here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings III. Today, I have decided that we are going to go for the achievement. Let's see here. We did almost there. I discovered that I missed out on. Obviously, we finished Franco-Croatia, but there was the going places, which made a really nice combination with Franco-Croatia, using Hastein to do Franco-Croatia. Now, the next one is Land of the Rus. I just want to make sure everyone's aware, and by the time this comes out, this is going to be 2 weeks old, but my choosing to do this is quite literally just from the list, going down the list. For context, right now we do have the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. I have no interest in politics on this channel. That's not to say I don't have interest in politics personally, but I want this to be kind of a neutral place for that. I have my own thoughts, obviously, and I have my own deeply held convictions, obviously. I have my own thoughts on the invasion ongoing in Ukraine. This isn't the place to talk about it. This is going to just be making this run for the Land of the Rus achievement. I do hope that everyone in Ukraine is doing well. For the people living there, this is a horrible situation to be in. Politics be damned. For the people in Russia, I know not everybody's behind this. This is a rough time to be there. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are scared, and a lot of people that are angry. And again, I just hope that everyone can be as safe as possible, and that this situation can work itself out. That everyone can. What is the saying? That cooler heads may prevail. So, regardless, enough said about the ongoing crisis. Let's go ahead and get to this achievement. So, starting as Rurik the Troublemaker in 867, lead your dynasty to rule the Empire of Russia. Now, my understanding is that you don't have to be Rurik the Troublemaker to actually achieve this. You just have to start as him. But the way that the game works, this could be a lot harder, or it could be a lot longer to do if you don't do it as Rurik. So let's just go ahead and get into it, and I'll show you what I mean. I don't believe any of these. Oh, I think this is the one. I'm pretty sure this is the one. Okay, yes, this is the one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start as Rurik, the Duke of Novgorod. And welcome to Hungary, I guess. I thought this was Novgorod, but maybe that's just maybe we have to form that still. Alright, so our position right now. Okay, so for this we have to form the Empire of Russia. So if we go to Empire titles, that's this bad boy. It's a lot of land, but that said, I mean, our position's pretty strong right now. Our biggest rival immediately is going to be Minsk. If we do some gobbling up of some of these areas to the north first, I think we could turn on them and get them pretty easily. Our king, or our duke, because we haven't made the kingdom yet, Jarl Rurik Troublemaker of Hungary. Phenomenal 22 martial skill, but all around not a bad leader in general. Too many domain holdings. Too many holdings, I guess. He only has one child at the moment, so this is where the problem comes in. Our lovely 17-year-old spouse is most likely going to have children. And there's a 50-50 chance with each one that there will be a boy, because that's how genetics work. And our realm, I think this is where we go to check it, Succession. Confederate partition. All children inherit equally. So if we get through Rurik's life, and in the end we only have the kingdoms of Novgorod, Bjarmaland, and Vladimir, I think that's part of the empire, yes, and we have 3 sons, we get 3 kingdoms. Not 1 empire, 3 kingdoms. So we have our work cut out for us. We have a lot of land here that we have to take, and I don't know if we have to actually control it. I probably should have checked that. I don't know that we have to control all that land. I think we just have to form the title of empire. And to do that, we need to have 71 counties. So we're going to have to take over 61. We need 500 gold. That'll probably be the least of our worries. And 2 kingdom titles. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get started. Enough talking. Our lifestyle. We have a lot of conquest in front of us. I think Marshall is going to be the way to go. That said, getting the ducal conquest might not be that bad. And then we could change back. Let's see, religion-wise, because the Astatra don't need... So if we go north, we can take over the Ukonusko without having to have a casus belli. So that's an option. And probably a very good option. Yeah, basically anything north of us is fair game. Till we get to Karelia, which we might end up fighting if they go after the chiefdom of Nega. So we will hold off on that because we can do it, but through religion. We'll go with our martial focus. I think we're gonna go with the chivalry focus for now. The extra prowess would be nice, and the advantage +5 would be nice. So we're gonna do that. Give ourselves some extras, and I think we're gonna come down here, try to get these. So let's go ahead then, and our heir is unmarried, so we can go for an ally. I'm kind of leaning towards Livonia as an ally. Let's see here. Let's sort by relevance. Want them to be fertile. Alliance, yes. So looking at this, I mean, Minsk is the number 1, but we know we're going to have to fight Minsk, so I don't want to go with Minsk. The chiefdom of Vladimir? Where are you at? You're down here. I don't think I want to go that route. I want somebody a little further away. Someone that can be a good ally, but isn't going to be a threat to my conquest. Upland might not be a bad choice. Could I get the Jarl of Upland to join me? Let's go out of here and check him out. Because Upland is a very strong ally, potentially. Do you have anyone that we could betroth? Any daughters? It looks like you do have a daughter. Oh, she's my wife. So we're already allied to Upland. I guess I didn't look at that. It doesn't say we're allied. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one. Not sure how you check that. Well, in that case, maybe we could get our heir married to the Jarl of Shelland. Because we don't have anyone. Alright, well, let's just sort through these then and see if we can find one. Oh, okay, so we could do it with Shelton. I don't know why it wasn't letting me do that. Maybe it was because I was clicking on him and I needed to click on one of his daughters. I mean, she's a bit young, but getting him as an ally is pretty decent. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we do need to give away one of our holdings. So let's go ahead and grant this to somebody. Before I do that, let's take a look at our council. Make sure our council is the way we want it to be. Nah, we're going to leave this alone for now. Looks like we need to conquer a few more people. Let's see here. But I do need to give away some of my land. Who are you? I think I'll give it to him. Let's see here. I'll grant you a title to Beluzero. I have no idea. Alright, go ahead and grant you the chiefdom of Beluzero. There we go. Now we're back where we want to be. Alright, let's take a look at our current situation. Wars can be declared. Titles can be created. My son can be married. We're dealing with that. We're dealing with that. He'll have to wait a little bit while his bride-to-be grows up, but that's fine. So first of all, let's take a look at these titles. Kingdom of Novgorod and Duchy of Luki. We'll go ahead and make the Kingdom of Novgorod. Yes. I'm now a mighty king. Huzzah. Oh, you can raise a runestone? Okay. It's going to want us to... I've never looked at this, actually. Oh, if we have sufficient, we can change our succession. Huh. So those are all interesting, but I'm not going to do anything, mostly because I couldn't do anything if I wanted to. Let's see here. So we have our kingdom formed. I do have enough money. I can make this duchy as well. Do I want the duchy? It's totally within our land. It doesn't really help us. I'll hold off on that for now. I may want to, but for now I'll hold off. Court physician. Kind of want to do that. I have the money to do that. Who would be good at it? Nobody, really. Alright, my wife will be the court physician. Hopefully she'll get better. And she does seem quite infatuated with me, so she should not turn on me. Raise a runestone. What does this do? Gives me piety and prestige. Why not? Every runestone tells a message of some significant event. You want me to pay how much for a giant painted boulder? We'll do this one. My accession to the throne of Gardariki. And as with everything, the pronunciation I use should not be considered to be correct. It's probably wrong. It's almost certainly wrong. So, now that I have decided what to put on my runestone, the question remains where to place it. Monuments to noblemen, such as my rise to King of Gardariki, encourage people to serve their ruler through thick and thin. They're best placed in urban areas where more youths can be inspired to turn out for the levy. Of course, one or two spots do spring to mind. Luki, Tikvin, or Rusa. I don't know where any of these are. I do know where Luki is, actually. Luki's down here. We'll put it in Tikvin. Alright. And as far as other decisions goes... Alright, I think this actually might not be a bad idea. This, have the realm embrace local traditions. So, here's my reasoning behind that. Faith-wise, we're kind of torn. We are neither Asatru nor Ukonosko. Our culture is also different. We need to become Russian. So I think that is the more important, as we did with Montague. Becoming Russian is where we have to be. So we're going to do that, and I think that's what this decision does. Culture and faith. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll do this. We shall adapt. So we're no longer Norse, we are Russian. And I think that's where we'll start this. We've been a lot getting started here, so I want to get some work done. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to war. Who do we want to go to war with? Karelia does not matter to me. Estonia also does not matter to me. Kargopol. Kargopol matters to me. So we can either take a county. I don't have the fame to do a whole duchy. So it looks like we have to do a county. Let's go ahead. I think I want to come up this side. So we're going to go straight for the chiefdom of Kargopol and declare war. Alright. Let's go ahead and raise our armies. Wrong button. Change our rally point. I'll set it up here. I'm just a little hesitant on the offhand chance that it takes too long, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and raise all armies. We need to get some more men-at-arms. We'll win this war and then we'll go do that. Alright. And actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and... this army will march up here. I guess I should have checked how many soldiers he has. I didn't do that. Oh, only 800. So that army will go that way. This army will march up this way. Alright, let's get this started. A lot of fighting in the forest here, so that's going to be a pretty typical theme throughout most of this. Lots of forest lands. There are plains, but we better count on some wars being fought in the forests. Here comes his army. But I don't expect he's actually going to attack me. Bump it up to speed 4. See where he goes. Says you're a decent commander. 18 marshal is pretty good. You're not much of a fighter. How hard would it be to recruit you? 11 gold for a decent military commander. Sure, let's do that. I should also check that. So I am personally leading my army, and it looks like my son is leading this one. Now that could be dangerous for him. In the event that he gets into a battle, we would lose our heir. He's also not the greatest. Let's go ahead and send Vako in. He will be our commander. A divergent culture. Small changes in dialect, slightly different customs. It was easy to miss at first. Over time, small changes led to large ones, however. Now the Russians living in Peresopnitsia have begun to identify themselves as Ruthenian instead. Acknowledging that the circumstances of one's birth do not always predict ability and competence, the Ruthenians are becoming more egalitarian and open as a society. Whether out of skillful manipulation or a genuine desire to lead his people into a new era, Chieftain Yemelyan has positioned himself as the leader of this cultural awakening. Okay. Interesting. We'll watch that. I don't know that it matters that much. So, 8-month siege, 7-month siege. This guy is obviously coming around here. Now, that said, this is actually a golden opportunity to catch him. Oh, wait. Are you the one? Oh, he can. Okay, we'll just have his army go do that. We need this territory. We can catch him here, and we get the defense, because this is in our fort. Ah, dang it. Stop running, you coward. Well, having successfully chased him away... Alright. You go chase him down. We'll keep him moving on that end. We just have, at this point, we just have to get the ticking war score, keep him from taking any of our territory, catch him if we can. But if we can't, that's alright. Getting some siege weapons would actually not be a bad idea. Oh, see, there's my queen pregnant. So this is where, if we have a son, the inheritance becomes a major issue. Make sure we have the right army selected. We're going to catch him and beat the tar out of him. Bam! Done. Ah, and captured. Well, you all know how I feel about captured chiefs. That's just free money. Unless he's not willing... Oh. Nobody wants to spend money for you? Okay, well... then I don't need to continue this war. We can just be done with it. We could continue, see if we get some other prisoners. Let's do that. Let's see if we capture somebody over here and can make a little bit of cash off of them before we end this war. There's no reason to end it prematurely. Okay, we're not getting anything. I don't want to necessarily keep this siege running because time is short. So let's go ahead and enforce our demands. Alright. Kingdom is growing. Will anyone accept vassalage? I don't know that they will. Yeah, and I mean, here's the other thing, is that you have to be the rightful owner of a title. So we would need to take over another province here and form that duchy, and then we could force him to vassalize. But more likely what we're going to want to do is gain this kingdom. So I think that's where we're going to push. We're going to push for the kingdom of Bjarmaland, and that way we will have the 2 kingdom titles, and we'll start vassalizing all along the north here, conquering where we can, and go from there. So we are in a truce. How long is that truce going to last? We are in a truce, aren't we? I can't just go immediately back to war with you, right? Yeah, so we have a truce. I don't know why that's not showing up. Okay, army's disbanded. Our next target is going to be Onega. Right here. To conquer duchies, you have to be illustrious. We're just established, so we have a long ways to go, guys. Alright. He has no allies. He has 1,000 troops, but we have 5,000. Well, that's counting our allies' troops. That's not a fair comparison. Before we do that, because we're going to need to be faster on this, let's go take a look here. I do need some more champions. I also need more men-at-arms. Let's go ahead and create some men-at-arms regiments. Again, there will be lots of fighting in the forest. Let's find somebody that's good in the forest. So bowmen are pretty good in the forest. And we can get them. We have Vigman and Bondi. Let's go ahead and create. This will cost us some money. I don't know if we can increase. We can increase the size. We'll just boost that all the way up. I don't see a reason not to. And then some siege. We don't have any siege weapons, unfortunately. I don't know if we have access to any of those here in our culture either. No, because we're just tribal. So we really don't. We would have to get, is it Public Works? Oh no, there we go. Onager, right there. What does this do for me? Cultural head is fascinated by, oh. Men-at-arms regiments +2, max number of men-at-arms regiments +1. I mean, that's all good. Here's the other thing. This is going to take 60 years to get, which I guarantee this will take just about as long, even if we're interested in it. So there's not really an advantage to go in after that. We'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Alright, let's go after Onega. I'm going to conquer your county. And we'll just kind of nibble away at our neighbors until we get enough power to start taking over duchies. We'll kind of snowball this. Alright, get our armies up and running. move it up here. Should still be okay on that front. Raise all armies. And our armies, as soon as they're ready... I don't think we can actually make it to the... Ideally, I'd like to come over here, but that's going to cost too much, so we're just going to sit and support. Alright, get on in there. Yes, there we go, a son. So, hooray, we love the succession is safe, but in the event that things take a while, we have a problem. Okay, I kind of like the way this is going. If you offload, can we catch you in time? No, not even close. Well, we're going to keep this army down here to just kind of keep tabs on you. Aha, perfect. Just go in there and sit tight. I'll make you my guest in no time. And it says I'm going to catch him. Oh, yeah. It's a little closer than I like it. But it looks like we are winning. Okay, there's our first step up. Long ways to go for Illustrious. Ah, we took the chieftain himself. Beautiful. Again, I do enjoy selling them for money. You can only give me 32, though. Do I want this? 32 gold would be nice. Yeah, we'll do it. If we catch you again, no mercy. We'll just end the war. Oh, it looks like we still... No, we haven't accepted it. Okay. So, we'll just park these guys down here. Make sure our... Oh, okay, we did win our siege up here. We could go for this. And it looks like I won't suffer anything particularly bad from doing so. Get a new martial perk. Let's go with Stalwart Leader. Some extra prowess is always nice. And then we're gonna go park ourselves on his capital, take that, and be done with it. Ha! Gotcha. Alright, we took him again. And I don't think you're going to be able to pay for your own exit, so let's go ahead and enforce our demands. So be it. And bam, look at that. We're off to a good start. Alright, guys, it's looking at my timer. It looks like I'm out of time for this episode. We didn't get a whole lot done, but baby steps. We'll get there. With that said, if you're liking the content, leave a like on the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you in the next one.